Welcome to Express Introductory Performance Seminar. Today is September 18th. And we've got one student today, which is Mr. Nathan. And do we have this piece memorized?
No.
All right. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this then and play through it. Go ahead and turn on your camera and turn on your original sound and then introduce your piece and then play it.
It's kind of like glitching a bit. It doesn't show me like my original sound.
Okay. Try playing a few notes. I think it might be on.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on. All right, so introduce your piece.
I will be playing Minuet in G minor by Anna Magdalena Bach.
So it's not by her, it's in her notebook, which
Oh,
is like her birthday present, but it was probably from her husband, Johann Sebastian Bach. But very good, very good. And introduce yourself.
my name is Niven Agarwal.
Okay. All right, let's hear this. Oh, E flat. Make sure we get that E flat on the left hand.
Oh,
So right. Mhm. Great. Okay, so how are we practicing this in Kaizen?
backwards practice.
Okay. Are we doing backwards practice?
Yes.
Okay. So when you're doing backwards practice, how are you doing it?
Like I play like one measure a couple times, then the measure before that a couple times, and those two measures together a couple times, and just keep on doing that.
Okay. So what I want us to do instead is I want us to work one line at a time and do each measure 5 times. Let's take a look at this line really quick. Play just the first measure, just the right hand. And I want you to not look at your fingers while you do it. Mhm. And a few more times. Mhm. Do it 2 more times. Okay, let's do the left hand. Mhm. Okay, and let's try it together. Okay, and now our left hand is going to shift down.
I have a quick question. What is like the rest above the G in measure 13?
So that is a really good question. So that is because we are finishing up 2 separate lines. Okay, so in music we call these different voices. Basically, imagine if there were multiple instruments playing. One instrument would have been playing the top note, one would be playing the bottom note, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And because the top note or the top instrument stops playing, we have a rest here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And then that voice goes away here, and so we don't have more rests up here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Good question, though. Always question everything. Okay. Let's try this part. Let's do the right hand first. Okay, and let's do the left hand. All right, now let's put it together. Boom, ba, da, da, da. All right. Now let's do the first 2 measures, just the right hand. Mhm. Mhm. And let's do the left hand by itself. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
And let's try counting that out loud. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and.
1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and
Mhm.
2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and
Mhm.
2 and 1 and 2 and 3 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 and 1 and 2
And what you want to do is you want to play that enough times till it so that it starts to become a little bit easier in your fingers. So notice how like when we played this measure, it took a couple times for our fingers to go, oh, this is what we're doing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that's when you know that your brain and your fingers are finally starting to like talk to each other and actually communicate with each other. Because up to that point, there's a disconnect, right, between our fingers and our eyes, right? Does
Yeah.
that make sense? But that's the point where they're like, oh, this is what we're doing. And then they start to get it, okay? And that's when we are actually like physically building those structures inside of our brain and they're finally like clicking together. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to work on it like that. Go one measure at a time, and then put it together with the next measure. Right? One measure together, and then one measure together, and then put the line together. Okay. And if you notice that there's a spot where you're like struggling or where something's not clicking, break it down again. Go even smaller. Okay. All right. Awesome. Awesome. Um, Really nice job today. We'll keep working on this piece. I think it's probably like 80% done. I also really liked, I could really tell the dynamic change on the first page. I think the second page we're a little less familiar with, so it wasn't there as much. But I definitely heard it in the first page, so nice job with that. Nice job keeping a steady beat, especially in the beginning of this. That was sounding really good. So yeah, keep working on it. I'll see you later. Have a great rest of your day, okay?